Today we are going to read the first chapter of Mathematical Pedagogy from the book of Aryan Publishers. Chapter 1, Nature of Mathematics. In seated examination, 2 or 3 questions are regularly asked from this chapter. Mostly questions have been asked from the topic teaching of mathematics, logical reasoning in mathematics, etc. Meaning and definitions of mathematics. Mathematics is a very important subject. Generally, there are many definitions of mathematics. For example, some define mathematics as a science of calculation, some as a science of space and number, and some as a science of measurement, magnitude, and directions. Mathematics should be visualized as the vehicle to train a child to think, reason, analyze, and articulate logically. Apart from being a specific subject, it should be treated as a concomitant to any subject involving analysis and meaning. In Hindi, mathematics is known as Ganit, meaning thereby the science of calculations. The term mathematics can be defined in numerous ways. As per Oxford Dictionary, mathematics is the science of measurement, quantity, and magnitude. Some definitions of mathematics are as follows. According to Marshall H. Stone, mathematics is the study of abstract system built of abstract elements. These numbers are not described in concrete form. According to Bertrand Russell, mathematics is defined as the subject in which we neither know what we are talking about nor whether what we are saying true. According to Galileo, mathematics is the language in which God has written the universe. According to Locke, mathematics is a way to settle the habit of reasoning in the mind of children. On the basis of given definitions, we can say or conclude that mathematics is the science of space and number, mathematics is the science of calculation, it is the science of measurement, quantity and magnitude, mathematics is a systematic, organized and exact branch of science. It deals with quantitative facts and relationship. It is the abstract form of science. It is the science of logical reasoning and also settles the habit of reasoning in the mind. It is an inductive and experimental science. Nature of mathematics. We can understand the nature of mathematics on the basis of following features. Mathematics has its own language which consists of mathematical term, mathematical concept, formula, theories, principle and science. Mathematics involves conversion of abstract concepts into concrete form. Mathematics doesn't leave any doubt in the mind of learners about theories, principles, concepts, etc. Mathematics helps to develop the habit of self-confidence and self-reliance in children. Mathematics help in developing scientific attitude in children. The study of mathematics gives the training of scientific methods to the children. Mathematical knowledge is exact, systematic, logical and clear so that once it is acquired, it can never be forgotten. Mathematical rules, laws and formula are universal and that can be verified at any place and time. It develops the ability of induction, deduction and generalizations. It draws numerous inference on the basis of given information and data. Mathematical knowledge is applied to the study of science and in its different branches, for example, physics, chemistry, biology, and other science. Thus, on the basis of above points, we can understand the nature of mathematics and draw conclusion that the structure of mathematics is indeed the basis of its nature and is more strong as compared to the other school subject. That is why its study is essential in the school education. Roger Bacon has well said, mathematics is the gateway and key of all science. Teaching of mathematics. In mathematics, teaching and teaching techniques are such aids which are used to make the lesson interesting, to explain the content and remember it by heart during teaching learning process. Techniques are not directly linked with the teaching objective, but they are linked with teaching methods, while methods are directly linked with teaching objectives. On the other hand, teaching strategies are purposefully conceived and determined plans of action. Thus, teaching or instructional strategies refer to a pattern of teaching acts that serve to attain certain outcome and to guard against others. Various strategies are and techniques of teaching mathematics: drill work, homework or home assignment, oral work, written work, group work, self study, supervised study, review, assignment, and brainstorming. Drill in mathematics. Drill work is one of the most important thing in teaching of mathematics. Drill and exercise occupy an important place in mathematics teaching and learning. Drill work is based on the psychological practice psychological principle such as learning by doing and laws of exercise. It affords a convenient and fairly efficient medium for the rapid memorizations of details and the automatization of process. Deal must be recognized as an essential means of attaining some of the desired controls, just as a strong emphasis upon concept and meaning must be regarded as essential for understanding. Both are necessary and neither alone is sufficient. Deal provides an opportunity of self learning and improvement. The speed and accuracy in mathematics cannot be possible without real work. How to make drill effective? Following points should be considered to make drill effective. Drill exercise should be conducted in such a manner that pupils can work at different rates and at different levels according to their abilities. Drill exercise should be brief and distributed over a period of time. Drill should consist of several distinct activities involving different strategies of learning. Variety of problems will make the drill interesting. The drill work should be progressively more challenging. Advantages of drill work. There are some advantages of drill work which are follows. Learned material can be retained for a longer time. It is good technique of learning for beginners. Speed of the learning materials can be adjusted according to need. Accuracy of learned material can be improved. Memory of the child can be checked. Disadvantage of drill work. There are some disadvantages of drill work also, which are as follows. It is not suitable for all topics. Drill work creates disturbance in other class. It is not effective without good and clear voice. Sometimes drill becomes an exercise in academic futility. Careful questioning by the teacher is useful needed in drill work. Homework in mathematics. In modern days, the curriculum in secondary school is so vast that school time is not sufficient to exhaust everything provided in the curriculum. So, if the teachers want to do justice with the curriculum, they have to counterpart with homework. Homework plays a vital role as the teacher get very short time to cover the heavy load of the curriculum. So under the circumstances, it is not only important but also essential to give homework to the students. The homework in mathematics may consist of some problems based on facts taught in the classroom. By giving homework means creating a study environment in the children at home. The nature and amount of homework should be given according to the capacities of the children. Homework should be assessed as a part of internal assessment and proper weightage should be given. Objectives of homework. The objectives of giving homework may be summarized as under. It utilizes the leisure time of the child, otherwise, the child will waste it in gossiping. It cultivates the habit of regularity and hard work in the children. It provides the opportunity of independent work. It provides opportunity for the application and practice of the gained knowledge. Advantage of homework. There are some advantage of homework which are as follows. Homework is essential because the school hours are not enough for the necessary work. It brings closer relationship between the parents and the school. It promotes the habit of self-study in children. It also develops a sense of responsibility in the children. It constant anxiety of doing homework promotes the progress of children. Disadvantage of homework. There are some disadvantages of homework which are as follows. Home do not provide suitable conditions for work. Many students involve their parents and others to get their homework complete. Some children develop emotional tensions because of homework. Homework assigned for some assignments are sometimes misused as punishment. Oral work in mathematics. In mathematics, oral work is not only interesting but may be effective, especially in the initial stage. An apple to the eye and ear is more effective than written work. Oral work results in the saving of time and efforts through omissions of certain steps. Oral work helps us in mental calculations. It gives a quick and easy start of the process of learning. Oral questions make the lessons easily comprehensible and clear the process of learning. Oral questions can be graded as difficulty in a better manner. This demands power of carefully listening, visualizations, quick thinking, and decision making. It is very easy to discover the weakness of a child through oral work in mathematics, and his mistakes can be rectified. Hence, all new processes and methods should be introduced initially in the pupil's mind orally. Thus, they will develop interest for the new material. When oral work has been done, written work should follow it, because it is an admitted fact that reading makes a fool man, confidence a ready man, and writing an exact man. Reading makes a fool man, confidence a ready man, and writing an exact man. Advantage of oral work. There are some advantages of oral work which are as follows. With the technique, memory of the child can be tested. Confidence in the process of learning can be developed. Thinking, understanding and imagination's power of the child can be developed. Revisions of subject matter taught can be done quickly. Previous knowledge of the student can be checked properly before teaching a new topic. Students become more attentive in the class because at any moment any student can be asked to answer the oral questions. Disadvantage of oral work. There are some disadvantages of oral work which are as follows. Record of the learned material cannot be kept for reference if the work is only carried out orally. It is a very quick device and is not suitable for all the students. All the problems cannot be solved verbally. Expression and writing power of the students cannot be checked properly. Learned material cannot be written for long time. Written work in mathematics. In order to attain precision and accuracy, written work is essential in mathematics. On the basis of the psychology of the visual and auditory types, it is evident that all the children cannot get benefit from oral work. Therefore, oral work must be supplemented by the written work. It is better to join both of the techniques together, and without the other is vegan purposeless. They both are combined to make the process of instructions complete. Written work enables the teachers to know the amount of work done by his pupils. It helps in testing the knowledge imparted orally. In written work, we can make the students work in accordance with proper rules, process, and principles. Advantages of written work. There are some advantages of written work which are as follows. Learning by this technique is returnable for a long time. Memory of the child can be tested. Expression and writing power of the student can be checked properly. Confidence of the process of learning can be developed. Mistake can be checked properly. Disadvantage of writing work. There are some disadvantages of written work also, which are as follows. It is time consuming technique. It is very laborious technique. It is not suitable for beginners because learning of tables and continuing can be done more effectively by proper deal work. Learning by this technique cannot be carried out independently before writing oral instruction are must. It is not suitable for physically handicapped children. Group work in mathematics. In mathematics, there are ample scope of group work in case the teachers teach by activities, projects, assignment, or practical work. The pupils find many opportunities of group work. In earlier strategies, oral and drill were conducted generally in groups. Groups work is beneficial to all the students. At present, number of teachers uses group work to discuss various problems and issues with their disciples. By doing group work, ability of students increase. It is one of the most important technique of teaching mathematics. Characteristic of group work. The characteristic of group work can be listed as given below. Group should be homogeneous in matter of intelligence and level of achievements. Two heads are better than one. Exchange of ideas can be take place efficiently. It makes competitive cooperations amongst group members. Utilization of exercise and learning from one another. Utilization of experience and learning from one another. The best age in which group may be most profitable is the age from 8 to 12 years. The purpose of group work must be adequately clear. Essential constitutions of group work. The following components are constitute to entire group work: the teacher, the problem, the contents, the group, evaluations. Self-study in mathematics. Self-study means individuals owns independent study. The individual studies and learns himself. An individual attempts and solves the problems himself without any outside help. Self-study can be made more effective and systematic by giving regular homework or assignments. Preparations of projects, debates, discussions, seminars, and other competitions also requires self-study. It is essential to ensure regular progress in mathematics. In this technique, children learn to make use of their own knowledge and experience in tackling various problems. It also develops self-confidence and self-independence in the children so that they do not hesitate in tackling problems. Importance of self-study. There are some points which shows importance of self-study which are given below. It develops the sense of responsibility and regularity. The child works or studies independently. The child gets opportunity to use his knowledge and experience. Self-study discourages habit of cramming. It helps in proper utilization of leisure time. It develops a holistic and problem-solving attitude in the children. It is the best way of supplement the classwork. Supervised study in mathematics. These techniques develops the habit of self-study in students. In supervised study, every children has to develop his prescribed time compulsorily for self-study. This technique removes the demerits of the traditional technique of teaching mathematics such as illustration, explanation, etc. It creates a formal atmosphere for self-study. In this technique, the teacher learns according to his abilities and capacities. This technique may be used in two situations: keeping in view all the pupils of the class, keeping in view especially those pupils who are backward in mathematics. Steps for supervised study are introduction or preparation for their study, instruction for the study supervised by the teacher, development of blackboard summary. The teacher solves his individual's problems by supervising his tasks as a friend, helper, and a guide. In this technique, both the teacher and children remain active. Supervised study introduces the regularity in work and ensure sustained progress. The mistake and difficulties of the children can be removed on the spot. This technique is based on the principle of activity and individual difference. Some of the scholars have remarked that in this technique, keeping in view the individual difference, every child is provided with an opportunity to do his respective tasks and study. Importance of supervised study. There are some points which shows importance of supervised study to given below. Every child gets opportunity to learn according to their ability and capability. This technique develops the habit of self-study. It is based on the principles of activity and individual difference. The teacher's presence makes the atmosphere more disciplined. The teacher serves as a guide. Both the teacher and child remains active throughout the study. Precautions while using supervised study. Some points to keep in mind while using supervised study are as follows. There should be more freedom and facility for mutual exchange of ideas. The period for study should not be too long. The teacher must possess insight and resourcefulness. Emphasis should be given on the development of scientific attitude and mathematical reasoning. While selecting the topic, interest, attitude, needs, and capacities of the child should be given due importance. Emphasis should be given on the development of the problem solving ability amongst the children. Review in mathematics. Sometimes review is identified with drill work because they are both characterized by a repetition and both aim at the fixation of concepts. Concept, relationship, and reactions. While drill is mainly aimed at the automatizations of relatively detailed process and reactions. The function of review is indeed to make recall more certain and more effective. Review means review or a new look at the unit which has been studied. It emphasizes on thoughts and meaning rather than habit formation. Both the review and drill are very important in the study of mathematics. Assignments in mathematics. Assignment is the work given to the students either before the lesson or after the lesson, and it may be completed at school or at home. Assignment is a sort of undertaking or commitment on the part of the learner. The child undertake upon himself the responsibility of carrying out the work assigned to him. Assignment should be brief so that people will be more willing to try to do it. Assignments in mathematics include two different kinds of problems, which are as follows. Repetitive problems are based on new work. By assigning problems on several different topics, the teacher provides varieties of assignment to the children which may be interesting for them. The repetitive problems serve to emphasize some aspects of what has been newly learned in the classroom that day. Thus, these problems provide the children an opportunity to see if they have really mastered what was taught. Review problems are that which spiral back over the skill and concept learned in previous topics. Hence, they are also called spiral assignment. The spiral assignment consists both repetitive and review problems. These are the problems that do not allow the child to forget the mathematics he has learned previously. So, these problems should be selected very carefully. সো রিপিটেটিভ প্রবলেম মিনস যেটা ক্লাসে আজকে শেখানো হয়েছে সেটা প্রবলেম সলভ করতে দেওয়া, অ্যান্ড রিভিউ প্রবলেম মিনস যে চ্যাপ্টারগুলো প্রিভিয়াসলি হয়ে গেছে সেগুলো মনে আছে কিনা সেগুলো চেক করার জন্য প্রবলেম দেওয়া। Purpose of assignment in mathematics. There are following purpose in the assignment in mathematics: to solve mathematical problem, to prepare illustration for the topic, to collect mathematical data, to solve Sider's basis on the positions, to understand a positions or a group of propositions, to track out the background of a mathematical problem or concept, to formulate problems on the topic or concept. Characteristic of good assignment. A good assignment should have the following characteristic. It should correlate experience with the previous knowledge of the child. It should remove the difficulties of the child. There should be clarity and definiteness in assignment. It should be stimulating and direct learning activities for the child. How to make an assignment effective? To make an assignment effective and interesting, following points may be considered. An assignment should not be a mere dictations of questions, but for its successful completion, proper hints should be given to the children. An assignment should be insightful. It must be motivative and clear all the doubts and misunderstandings. It should be a cooperative activity in which the teacher and pupils take an active part. Interaction between pupils and teacher is must is an assignment in an assignment. Reference book, textbook and other teaching learning materials should always be used to stimulate and direct the pupils' assignment activities. Brainstorming in mathematics. Brainstorming is a domestic and problem centered techniques. It is based on modern theory of generalization of tasks. In this technique, the content is largely determined by the children. Brainstorming creates situations for students and teachers interaction and both remain active in teaching. This technique encourages the creativity amongst the children. It is based on the assumption that a child can learn better in a group rather than in individual study. By this, the higher order of cognitive and affective objective can be achieved. In this technique, the teacher assigns a problem to all the children. All the children think over a problem independently and then they discuss and arrange a debate. The children are asked to express their views and ideas which come to their mind frankly. It is necessary whether the ideas and views of the children are meaningful or not. The teacher writes children's view and ideas on blackboard. In this way, the problem is solved through brainstorming. Brainstorming is based on the principles that the children can be provided with more and more knowledge through interactions. Such means are used which create movement in the minds of the children of the class for mutual consultation, logic, reasoning, and discussion in order to solve some mathematical problems. Advantage of brainstorming. The advantage of brainstorming techniques are as follows. It is problem oriented strategy for teaching learning. It helps to achieve the higher order of cognitive and effective objectives. It is a democratic technique of teaching. It also provides more ideas and views of the child. Mathematics and logical reasoning. Are logic and mathematics fundamentally related? These are many reasons to suspect that they are. Nevertheless, mathematics and logical reasoning are rarely investigated together, and research into mathematical reasoning is largely dissociated from research into logical reasoning. Reasoning is fundamental to knowing and doing mathematics. Reasoning enables children to make use of all their other mathematical skill, and so reasoning could be thought of as the glue which helps mathematics make sense. When faced with mathematical challenge, reasoning helps us to make use of relevant prior knowledge. It is difficult to articulate what exactly reasoning is, but drawing on the above, there are some suggestions above what we do when we reason. evaluate situations, describe situations, reflect on situations, draw local conclusions, no, evaluate situations, reflect on situations, develop situations, select problem solving strategies, describe solutions, evaluate situations, reflect on solutions, develop solutions, select problem solving strategies, describe solution, draw local conclusions. Mathematics is largely based on logical and deductive reasoning. Because of world of math is full because of world of math is all about facts, deducting reasoning is relied on instead of inductive reasoning to produce correct conclusion. Deductive reasoning is the process of reaching conclusions based on previously known facts. The conclusions reached by this type of reasoning are valid and can be relied on. Mathematical proof is a sequence of accepted logical steps that are derived from previously proved statement or axioms. Inductive reasoning is the process of arriving at concluding based on a set of observations. So inductive reasoning is based on the observation and deductive reasoning is based on the previously known facts. So it is more relied than the inductive. In itself, it is not a valid method of proof. In other words, inductive reasoning leads you from a set of examples to a theory that is capable of explaining all the examples.